Hello, welcome. This is Blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video I'm going to talk about that it looks like now US and China has a new deal. They decreased the tariffs significantly. The market reacted. We started to go up. Altcoins also doing pretty well. We have a couple of important things this week, just like the CPI, PPI is also coming up. Then we have actually Blackrock meeting task force to discussing ETP staking and tokenization. Let's talk about a couple of companies like MicroStrategy, MetaPlanet, and a new one which is stacking Bitcoin heavily. Also, let's talk about the fact that the retail hasn't really arrived yet. So guys, a lot of things in today's video, and don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchainbloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, very simple, just subscribe to this YouTube channel. By the way, Blockchainbloom YouTube channel is today 5 years old. Yes guys, I know the main one is the Blockchainbloom Hungary, which is the Hungarian channel. That's the one which I started actually really first. That was the main focus, and this kind of the English channel is a side channel. Back then in 2020 in Hungary, we didn't really have any channel in Hungarian language on YouTube, which provides every single day fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news. I established back then in 2020 also the very first crypto club in Hungary, which is working very well since. So the main focus is on the Hungarian channel, which has more than 11 million views. With this is the most viewed Hungarian crypto channel, and more than 42,000 subscribers, which is internationally not a big number, but when you're talking about the country Hungary, which is a tiny, little, small country, then it's a kind of good one. So yeah, but still, Blockchainbloom, the English one, is also 5 years old because I started them almost on the same day. So actually kind of happy birthday for ourselves. And yeah, now let's start it. All right, and when we're looking at the prices, we can see that actually Bitcoin is up more than 10% the last week. Right now, 104,188 US dollar, just tiny little bit down in the last 24 hours. Ethereum 1.3 up, 2,548 US dollar. The top winner in the last 24 hours is P with ooh, that was a sharp drop. Now it's rather a dog with hat with 31% up, Cosmos 17 and Flocky 15. So we can see some meme coins like Pepe also started to move. Looking at the weekly numbers here, the meme coins also came back pretty well. Losers? Well, not really, right? DAX is the only one which is down about 5%. Others, now holding itself pretty well. And now let's move on to the first topic, which is obviously that it looks like finally the US and China has now a deal. And yeah, let's talk about the details. Well, this was definitely something what the market was waiting for. What happened here, that basically US cuts tariffs on China goods to 30% from 145. China cuts tariffs on American goods to 10% from 125. So this is definitely significant. So they had the meeting in Switzerland, and well, as Donald Trump said previously, it went very well, and these are the announcements, and this is the reason why the market reacted quite well. Of course, you still have the question when the Fed going to decrease the interest rate, but that's also coming sooner or later. Is it in June? Is it in July? We don't know yet, but a lot of other good things are happening, and this was something which held back the economy, and all the markets reacted positively, just like crypto as well. And actually, when we're looking at what is coming up this week, a couple of important things, but you know, tomorrow, for example, what's happening here? April? Yeah, April CPI data. Okay, sorry, my mistake. So yeah, so basically, yes, the April CPI data it's coming out. So how the inflation went in April tomorrow. Actually, this will be important. Then we have PPI, and you can see a couple of other things. We have it here on Thursday. So the whole week, something important is coming out, starting tomorrow with the CPI. So that's kind of important. When we're looking at, the forecast is 2.4%, just like the previous one was. So they're not waiting for a decrease, but stay steady as it was in March. So if this happens, then it's really what they were expecting. But today that this agreement happened between US and China, that can bring a much better May data, for example. And also, this is also somewhere in the news that, they're going to be a meeting between Putin and Zelensky. And, the possibility of a case fire of the Ukraine-Russian war would be also something which could boost the market. We're not talking about that yet, but that also can come up. So actually, a lot of positive things are happening, and the market was hungry. They were waiting for to going up, and Bitcoin is extremely close to its, previous all-time high. And now that I just mentioned this, I realized we haven't talked about the chart. So let's get to that as well. And here we go. So we can see that Bitcoin went up very much here on the 8th of May. This was a big spike up. And actually, we were all the way up to 105,787 so far. And it can probably continue. Bitcoin dominance, on the other hand, started to fall finally. I don't know how big this fall going to be, but we can see here, that even altcoins started to go up. The altcoins market cap, not including Ethereum and of course not Bitcoin, it's 954 billion US dollar. Sorry, now a bit under it, but this is what it has reached. This was kind of important level. So now we kind of push back, but let's see how we continue. And when we're looking at the little O's, so the ones which are out of the top 10, their share started to increase as well. So so far so good. The only thing what I'm looking at here is when we're looking at on the weekly, we're going to see it much better. And this is pretty much a question of a double top. As you can see, we had here one. We went up here, and now the question is, can we go higher, close higher, and go up? Because then it will be the perfect one, which is going up, sideways, down a little bit, and then up. So this is what I'm waiting for. Will there be a double top, or actually not? So if it breaks and stays above it, it's very, very important. Then all the others going to follow, in my opinion. Right, okay, let's talk about the next topic. The next topic, it's all about that Blackrock meets task force to talk about basically tokenization of securities. As you know, Blackrock has several times talked about the importance of the future of tokenization, securities, and all these kind of things. And now they actually going to have a meeting. So the Wall Street giant BlackRock met with the Security and Exchange Commission Crypto Task Force to discuss staking with crypto exchange traded products, ETPs, and tokenization of securities. And BlackRock has its own tokenized fund called hodl, which is the largest fund with $2.9 billion market cap in that category. So BlackRock is definitely keeping an eye on tokenization and believes in this future. So this also can come up, so making crypto even bigger. And meanwhile, we have now companies, which invest in Bitcoin like crazy, and new collaborations are forming to accumulate Bitcoin. So let's talk about that as well. So first of all, we have here KindlyMD merges with Nakamoto to form Bitcoin treasuries. So KindlyMD INC a healthcare service provider currently trading at $3.9 per share with a market cap of $23.5 million US, has announced a definitive merge agreement with Nakamoto Holdings Inc., a Bitcoin native holding company. The merge aims to establish Bitcoin treasury strategy, positioning the new entity as a leader in the public market Bitcoin treasury space. So as you can see, more and more companies are focused on Bitcoin. And then here we have David Bailey raises over 700 million for the new Bitcoin treasury company called Nakamoto, which I just mentioned. Then we have MetaPlanet, holds now even more Bitcoin than El Salvador. They accumulated even more, and their goal is 10,000 Bitcoin in this year. Of course, Strategy bought another big amount of Bitcoin, and therefore now they have 568,840 Bitcoin. So companies' eyes on Bitcoin. And talking about this, let's mention the fact that actually retail hasn't really arrived now. Or at least so far, at least according to Google Trends, when you're looking at this, you can see when you search on the term Bitcoin worldwide, you can see that actually out of 100, we are just at the level of 20. So look how low the search for Bitcoin is. And this means that not a lot of new people are FOMOing into Bitcoin right now. Still, we are extremely close to Bitcoin's previous all-time high, and this shows clearly probably that it's not the present situation not driven by the retail. It's rather institution and some of the big guys, and of course the retail is catching up with the altcoins as well. But this means that probably they will arrive a little bit later, and that can give another push to the market. Also, I have to admit that probably Google Trend is now not the only one we should check, because people searching rather and using ChatGPT and some of the others. In the old days, that was a pretty accurate thing. Now, this is not the reason which why it's dying, but it's definitely not on high levels here. And when we're looking at the fact that when we're looking at the top assets by market cap, Bitcoin is actually on the 5th place. We have just 3 companies in front of Bitcoin: Nvidia, Apple, and Microsoft. And then we have, of course, gold. So, it won't take too long that Bitcoin can overtake these 3 companies to stay behind gold, and that's already pretty cool. Like gold, Bitcoin, the 2 biggest, and then probably narrowing the gap to gold over the next couple of years. How it will go, we're going to see it, but Bitcoin is definitely coming up. Right. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I think now we see some moves on the market. Watch out for the double top. If it's not happening, then we can continue, and then which can bring our portfolio higher and higher. If your portfolio goes higher and higher, do not forget to take profit on the way up. Make sure, because that's the reason why you're doing it. But it's up to you. This is how I do it. Let's put it that way. Oh, I just wanted to say actually hi, but I pressed the wrong button. Right. So don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchainbloom, now already for 5 years. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so if you don't want to miss a single thing, because every single day you're getting the fresh news, short videos, longer videos. And hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now I can say bye. See you in the next one. Have a good one.